Welcome to Bluff Creek Podcast Radio. I'm Corinne.
I'm Tate.
And I'm Sam.
Today's special guest is
Gwen.
Hello. Mind if we ask you some questions? Thanks for coming in today.
No problem.
Okay, so how does it feel running an ice cream shop like Subzero, having your own business?
I love running Subzero because we make a lot of ice cream in a lot of different ways for people who have different dietary needs and people who just love ice cream, custard, or yogurt. And so it's a really happy place because who doesn't love ice cream?
No, I do. Okay, so are you the only management there at Subzero, or do you have employees?
I am the owner and operator for the Chanhassen store, and I have 16 employees. And right now I have 3 shift leaders who take turns running the store.
So did you have any prior training to opening Subzero?
I worked with Target Corporation for 20 years, so I worked in retail, customer service, got some business experience there, and then looked into an ice cream shop that we could bring here to Chanhassen and opened up Subzero, and then received training from the franchise on how to work with the nitrogen to make ice cream.
How long was that training?
The training with corporate's a week long. We cover topics such as marketing, design, training, scheduling, making ice cream, and running a store.
How did you get the store?
The store, I worked with a corporate real estate agent, and we looked at locations all throughout the Twin Cities. And there we did a lot of comparisons and data analysis to find out where would be the best place to put an ice cream shop.
How old do your staff members have to be?
Staff members need to be 16 to make ice cream with nitrogen, but we can hire them at 15 to be assistant ice creamologists. And in that position, what they can do is wash dishes, cut fruit, cut candy bars, keep us filled in, and wipe tables.
Cool. Have you ever personally handled liquid nitrogen yourself?
I have. We use the nitrogen, of course, to make ice cream. That flash freezing process allows us to make it within a minute versus freezing it in a freezer for several hours. But we also do nitrogen demonstrations for schools, for scout groups, for birthday parties. And so we show a lot of neat things that you can do with nitrogen.
And I know that at Bluff Creek here we go to Culver's and we have some kids to help. Now, do you think that you might have 5th graders one day come and be the assistants to cut the candy bars, clean the tables, and all that?
That's a good question. We do have fundraising programs where people can come in similar to Culver's and earn money for their schools or their projects. We don't have it set up right now where we would do that type of volunteer work, but I think that's a good point because we'll have a lot of tables to wipe down and things to take care of.
So what are some of the differences between regular old ice cream and then liquid nitrogen ice cream?
Yep, so regular ice cream is made, and it's called a churning process, and that's where they put all the ingredients together, freeze it at about, I think it's 20 degrees, 20 degrees, and then it has to spend several hours, and in that process it builds up air and ice. Well, with Subzero, we're using liquid nitrogen, so at negative 321 degrees below zero, we put that nitrogen with the cream. It freezes it within a minute, and that happens so fast there's no air or ice, so it is the creamiest ice cream you can get.
Cool. So what would you say is your favorite part of owning your own business?
Well, besides being able to eat as much ice cream as I want, I love how people respond to it. So when they come in and they're excited that we have an ice cream shop now in town, I'm excited when someone who has a dairy allergy and has never had ice cream can come into Subzero and we can make them something special, or kids who have allergies are able to come in and have an ice cream that they can't get at a traditional shop. That really makes it fun and rewarding.
So Subzero ice cream has no dairy?
We have non-dairy options, so we do ice cream, custard, yogurt, but we also have lactose-free, and we have non-dairy rice, soy, almond, and coconut milk that we can turn into an ice cream.
Cool.
When did your business start?
We opened the Chanhassen store in October of 2013.
When were you
took just about a year to get the store open, so to bring that concept from Utah here to Minnesota.
Cool. After you watched the Shark Tank when Subzero was on, did you automatically want that business?
I was committed to Subzero prior to it airing on Shark Tank, but I was really excited to see it on Shark Tank. I think it's a great show and a great way for people to learn about Subzero. So then I was even more excited for the people in Minnesota to see it, because we kept seeing on the internet people were like saying, bring it to Minnesota, and I knew it was on the way.
Now, did you know that Eden Prairie was going to make their Subzero?
Yes. Eden Prairie is actually owned by another local family here in Chanhassen, and we worked together prior at Target, so we had met and had several conversations and knew we were bringing Subzero to both locations.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
No problem.
Today's radio podcast was brought to you by Bluff Creek Elementary and Eastern Carver County Schools.